You remember we have seen the text Ephesians 5:15. It says he wants us to walk exactly in the will of God, right? See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. And the next statement says, do not be unwise, but understand what the will of the Lord is. So when you know God's will, you're able to walk exactly in the same. What is God's will? What is God's purpose? Sonship. You are to walk exactly as a son of God, that is, as a child of God and an heir of God. God has assignments for you to carry out every day. But something is clear, it takes discipline to be able to carry out the assignment that he has for us. Therefore, Paul uses himself as an example in that regard in 1 Corinthians 9:24-27. And he tells us that discipline involves two things. Discipline means we must bring our body under upopiazo. We must beat ourselves into submission to follow a certain process or order. Then it says we are to slave drive ourselves. That second word, KJV says to bring it into subjection, actually means to slave drive ourselves. It shows us that if we have the ability for discipline in our spirit, we have the ability for two things in our spirit. Number one, the ability to be orderly. And number two, the ability of drive, or the drive of the Holy Ghost, the drive of the Spirit to follow through with the order that we set forth. So if there's one thing you have not done in your life, which is to set order and then to trust for the drive by the Spirit, to be in faith for the drive by the Spirit to follow through that order, then you need to do that. How we do that, we'll talk about more in the next video.